Hi, everybody, and welcome to 6 Months Later, the podcast 180 Days in the Making, where we talk to interesting people about their lives and their hopes for the future. And then we check in with them again in 6 months to make sure they're still alive. It is the only Proof of Life podcast out there on the internet. I am your host. My name is Matthew Schnurr, and I'm joined as always by my co-host,
Tara Newton Wordsworth. Hey, how you doing?
I'm all right. How are you doing? Are you working on your radio DJ voice?
Coming
in with a big sound of the 70s.
What I'm doing. Hello. Yeah, I'm good. I mean, obviously, I'm pretty bummed out about the whole Christmas is cancelled thing.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I am pretty upset about it too. My wife is especially upset. For those of you, it is December 21st, and last night the government canceled Christmas. Or was it Saturday? I don't know. Sometime this weekend, the government was like, hey, don't nobody go be anywhere for Christmas, which...
They're like, hey, guys, remember how we said you definitely get to have Christmas together? That was a big fat lie, and we don't care about you or your family. Well, yeah, I guess they do care in a way because they don't want us to die. You know, like that is caring, isn't it?
I suppose so. I don't think they're doing it for us.
No, but it's fine. It's funny how like, oh, keep going to work though. Keep, you know, you keep going to that job, but don't go see your mum on Christmas Day.
Unless you do it at a pub, go to a pub. Like they added another tier. So they added a fourth tier, which
a magical tier.
And again, it was just like, and then they were like, everybody in that tier, I don't know, you're on your own. They just they built a bridge to wherever they live and then they blew it up. And no, those people just can't leave their house, which is so like, that's London right now,
well, and us, right?
No, we're not in tier 4.
Aren't you? We're in tier 4.
You're in tier 4?
Should
we be talking? I have to go.
Berkshire somehow got pulled into tier 4. Oh. I don't know what. I can't believe you're not in tier 4 in Oxford.
Actually, it's funny. Alice keeps showing me the maps and she's like, we're like completely surrounded by tier 4. And for some reason, it hasn't reached Oxford yet.
What?
So
that is crazy.
Yeah. So we weren't going to go to Florida, which was the original plan like last year. And then it was going to be that my wife's sister and her partner, and then my father-in-law were going to come. But now my sister-in-law and her partner both live in, they live together. I don't know why I said they both live. They live in, as if they live separately, but they live together in London, which is in tier 4, so they can't go anywhere. And then my father-in-law lives in Scotland. And then right after the prime minister did his announcement, Nicola Sturgeon came on and said, well, nobody can leave Scotland. And it was like,
okay, well, there goes Christmas. We live 3 miles down the road from my husband's mom, who we were going to have Christmas with. And I was stoked because she makes fantastic Christmas. Like, yay, not going to have to cook Christmas dinner. And
you were stoked about that.
I was stoked. And now suddenly it's like, oh my God, like I'm going to have to cook and do all this stuff. And like, we won't be there. And she's so nice the way she does all the lovely like decorations and everything. It's just, and also I thought we were in a bubble, which is some kind of magical existence where you get to like still have some form of community. But apparently that doesn't exist unless we want to call it a childcare bubble, which I guess we could. It's very confusing and frustrating.
I don't fully understand the bubble either, because it's like my father-in-law has basically been seeing nobody. We're especially feel bad because, you know, my father-in-law, he's a widower. He doesn't see anybody because his daughters live down south. And, you know, he's now going to have to spend Christmas by himself, which we feel really bad about. We feel worse about that
horrible.
And we feel about just, I mean, you know, it's just the two of us, which in some ways is kind of nice. It's kind of our last Christmas together. So it's kind of nice that we can just spend it together, I guess. But
yeah,
and kind of low stress. But you know, I know it really broke my wife's heart.
Oh, that's so sad. I really feel for her dad. That's going to be really tough. I feel for a lot of people, man. Like I can't believe I think it's going to be a really hard time. Like
it is.
Yeah, it's crazy. I just keep having that sensation of being like trapped. But then I don't know. It was I went shopping today with the boy. I took the boys shopping for food at Tesco, which was just like a nightmare. Like we got there was a massive queue going all around the outside the shopping center for ages. And just pandemonium. Like there were no trolleys. I had 2 toddlers. It was just crazy. And then we're inside and like my son, Sam, who's 1.5, is like grabbing stuff out of the trolley, even though he's in the seat in the trolley. And then he like smashed a jar of pickles on the floor. And it was one of those situations where you're like, this could break me, but I feel like
So you just have the one son now then, is that? Sam got left in the store until he learned his lesson.
He's got a happy new family. No, I think I tried to like let it kind of wash off me in that sort of way of just being like, this seems like a high stress situation, but I'm doing fine.
Were people like panic buying? Because the other thing that happened yesterday was that France closed the border with the UK because of our fast infection. And so it was basically just fucking up every supply chain. So you knew about this, right?
No, I mean, I did not know about that actually, but I thought people were panic buying because suddenly everyone who thought they were sharing a turkey now has to have their own turkey.
That's
and
probably
Christmas
also part
dinner,
of it. Yeah.
which is partly why. I mean, I didn't even buy a turkey because I was just like, I can't deal with this. Like, Will's mum said that we can still have some of her turkey. She'll just leave it outside for us.
She'll drive by and chuck it out the window.
You
couldn't even stop.
So I just can't deal with buying a turkey and having a turkey.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you cooking a turkey? I don't know. It's just such a big bad,
Yeah, we're not. We're vegetarians. So Alice making a nice.
Oh, far out! I keep forgetting this. I don't know why I do this.
I don't think you believe it. I feel like you're trying to catch me up in a lie. You're like,
did you guys get your turkey? Oh no! Are you sure you don't eat turkey?
Yes, but thank you for all that smoked meat you sent us. That was very conscious Christmas gift.
On a genuine note, thank you for the masses of wine that you sent me. I'm actually drinking some right now. I've started drinking way early in the day. I'm like, I can just drink from 4 now because I have all this free wine. I'm not paying for it.
Well, that's not what I was intending, but whatever helps you get through the day.
I didn't start this till, I don't know, it's at least fine. So
4:05. Yeah.
Don't worry. It's all fine.
Yeah, we read that they closed the border for at least 48 hours and with France. So all the supply chains, everything from Europe was fucked up. And then Alice was like really worried about this. And then so didn't really get announced until like after 9. And then so after like we talked about it for a while. And then after 10, I went to the store to see if the store was still open, but it wasn't. And then so I had to get up this morning at like 7:30 because she's like, we need to buy stuff because everything's going to be gone. Bought some
what did you buy?
Things. Just eggs. I don't know. I didn't know what to buy. I don't know. It's just like, it seemed pretty fine. Like there was a lot of food on the shelves, but that was probably like foolish. So yeah. So it's getting bad out there. But
wow. Well, this is a way to uplift the podcast. Feeling really happy now.
We're going to have a fine Christmas.
Happy and worried. Sorry.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Might cut some of this out. You all set for Christmas then? You got all your shopping done?
I don't know. I mean, we have plenty of presents. The boys are not going to be like, where are my we have lots of stuff. Like there's loads of stuff. We've got lots of food. We have plenty of chocolate. We have lots of wine that you've sent. So we're good. What about you / also what are we predicting for 6 months time?
Yeah, I'm all set for Christmas. So 6 months time, I actually have an exciting thing. I sent a email to NASA. So
right.
So I sent an email to NASA and I said, hey, I see you have a space mission going on right now. And I was hoping that we could talk to one or two of these astronauts and then talk to them again when they get back, or talk to an astronaut before they go to space and then talk to them in 6 months when they're in space. So
what the fuck? That would be amazing.
I know.
Did you hear back?
No, I haven't heard back yet. But then I sent it the other day and it was like Christmas. And I think I might just need to follow up with that. But yeah, also, so I had to give them my contact information. Also, I had to give them your contact information. They needed a secondary contact. So
cool.
NASA has your name and your email and your phone number and your address. So
that's so amazing. Wow.
But yeah, so I think, so my prediction in 6 months time is that we will speak to an astronaut. We're going to talk to somebody in orbit. That's what we're going to do.
Oh my God, that would be incredible. That would be so cool if we could do that. Hopefully that works out and this isn't just a really sad story.
Well, we'll see. I'm working on it. Even if it doesn't happen in 6 months, I feel like within a year we'll get it done. But
yes.
But yeah, so that's the big goal. So yeah,
that's super exciting. I don't really have any major predictions other than I think a lot of people will be doing Christmas in the summer, like a proper Christmas get together, which will be really nice because it'll be reminding me of my home Australia where we do have Christmas in the summer. So
very nice.
I will await the Christmas that will be in 6 months time.
Awesome. Sounds like a plan. All right, so should we get to our guest?
Yes.
All right, let's get to it. Bye.
Bye. I really enjoyed listening back to the intro. I was like, oh,
I know.
You sound so happy despite all odds.
I know.
Like, That was nice.
Yeah, that was nice. So I guess we should start off by saying that for reasons beyond our control, our guest in the first half was unable to record the second half of the interview. So we're just going to do the intro and outro rather than put nothing in the feed. Plus, we were pretty cool in the intro, so that's not something we want to just leave for nobody to hear, right?
I mean, I imagine there would be many people out there who would be exceptionally disappointed not to hear our voices. So we're just thinking of you guys.
Yes.
You know, we love you and we care about you, and we want you to know that, you know, even if someone can't make an episode, like, we're still here for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, just, yeah. And we don't want to say who it is, but if we do someday.
It was possibly Tom Cruise.
It was
Like, not
possible.
gonna obviously, like, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, and it was a really interesting interview,
Right.
kind of about some deep beliefs and stuff that he's not normally willing to share. But you know, I can understand why he'd cancel for the second half. So it's not a big
He said a lot of things about Scientology, which maybe got him in trouble. So
yeah, and we don't know where he is anymore. But you know, but good luck to him.
Yeah.
And sad that we can't release that episode.
Yeah.
That was really some.
we have a policy. I mean, there was a lot of great stuff in the
stuff.
first half, but our policy is if we can't do the second half, then we have to throw the whole thing away.
Lock it up. Throw away the key.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's in the.
Sorry.
It's in the dustbin of history. We'll never know. It's in the secret. You know, someday when we're dead and this is all in the Smithsonian, all our recordings and papers and such, maybe then you'll be able to see it. Or the British Library. Where does that stuff go? Oh,
Do you think of this podcast, like, do you think about the future generations and do you think, this is my legacy? Is that how you
that's
feel?
exactly how I think about it. Yeah. I'm just like, someday this is going to be put on a gold record and shot into space. I don't know. I mean, I feel like if we talk to people who become later extremely famous and legendary, perhaps will be some obscure footnote in their larger biography, but I don't know that.
Oh, wow. That is depressing.
Sorry. I don't know.
Oh, remember that very, very famous comedian? Well, they were once interviewed by two really annoying twats. Let's listen to that. Anyway, speaking of annoying twats, how have you been? I haven't.
It's a hell of a
talked to you for
transition.
ages.
We haven't talked in a while. Yeah, it's been because we've been ahead of schedule. We actually haven't spoken in quite a while. Yeah, I don't know.
And also, I kept bailing on recordings, so I'm really sorry about that.
That's
I'm
all
sorry,
right.
everybody. I was very, very busy.
That's all right.
I was doing courses and stuff.
Yeah, Tara's busy. It's not about you guys. She showed up for this episode. Unfortunately, the guest did not. Who again we will just call T. Cruz because we don't want to say who it is. Anyways, yeah, I've been good. This is apropos of another. I applied for a job, which I know doesn't sound like me because I do hate work. But I applied for a job as a comedy booker at a festival in London, which I did get an interview for, but then did not get. So
Oh, gutting.
that all happened very fast. Oh, we did
I'm
take.
sorry to hear that.
Did I tell you that we got an appointment at the United States Embassy for Tavish? I told you that, right?
No?
Oh, yeah.
What, to be a citizen?
Yeah. Well, he was, to affirm his citizenship and get his first passport and his social security number and everything like that.
I just love the idea of him affirming his citizenship, like,
Yeah.
as a baby, being like, I do declare.
They put his hand on a little Bible and they made him shoot a gun, and now he's a citizen. So yeah, he is a citizen now. So that was a whole ordeal because it was very difficult to get the appointment, and the appointments are only released usually a week or less in advance. So we got it last Wednesday, and then this Thursday we were in London and had to spend several hours, show them a bunch of paperwork. They rubber stamped it. You know, it was a whole day at the U.S. Embassy, which is a weird place, but
Yeah, they're really intense with, safety and stuff. You feel like you're going to the airport.
Yeah.
Or like getting on a plane.
it's very intense security. We could take a phone, anything we needed for the baby. So like a diaper bag for the baby, his stroller, and then that was it. That was like Alice could take her purse, but like we couldn't take a backpack. You couldn't take a laptop, a tablet, computer-y thing, like an iPad. We had to take sealed water bottles, and then when we went through security, we had to drink from the water bottle in front of security.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's very serious.
That's intense.
Yeah, there's there's a literal moat around or on one side of the embassy. Between the road and the embassy, there's just a literal moat. So
Oh my god.
it's an intense building. So, but we got everything done, and that's the important thing. So now Tavish will have his little American passport, and he can travel to America to see his grandparents.
Oh, that's so cute. When you shipping him off?
Yeah, as soon as we can. As soon as that comes in the mail, he goes out in the mail. No, actually, my parents are coming next week for like a
Oh,
month.
wow.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah, that'll be exciting. Yeah, I don't know. What else? What have you been up to? How have your classes been going?
Good. I finally finished my assessment. Now I'm on to my next studying for the Life in the UK test, which is really intense.
Oh yeah.
You haven't done anything for it yet?
I got some friends lent me a book. You know, one of them is American, and he had just done the test a couple of months ago. So he lent me a book, and so I was like looking at some of the practice questions and whatnot. Some of them are very dumb.
Some of them are definitely quite easy, but then there are others where you're literally just like, who knows this stuff? You know, like you have to know exact dates of like when the War of the Roses was, and like when who was the king at the time that, like, I don't know, Wales and Scotland did something. Like, it's really full on.
Yeah.
It's full on.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm actually quite enjoying it because it feels like being in school again. It's that fun, like, oh my God, I've got to study, you know?
Are you in school? Are you like starting a Mean Girl clique and like?
I totally am. Like, I walk down the corridor of our house
Yeah.
and just like judge everybody in the house.
Do you like walk past Will, and if he's holding a book, you just slap it out of his hand? You're like, nerd.
Yeah. That's basically just me day to day, though.
Yeah,
So not much
that's
has
fair.
changed
Yeah.
there.
I get that. That's the dynamic of your relationship.
Yeah, I basically just bully him, and I mean that's the main reason I married him, I guess, is because, you know, he was the kid I could bully easily, and
What is marriage if
it
not
just works out well.
a promise to bully someone for the rest of their life?
I mean, I think it works really well, but he may not agree. I'm going to tell you a couple of practice questions, just because this is really fun. I want to see how many you get.
Okay.
We can have a competition.
All right.
Okay. I mean, the advantage is that I have actually been studying for this, so hopefully I get some of them right. How old do you need to be able to play the national lottery? 20 years old, 18 years old, 16 years old, 21 years old?
18.
Okay, I'm putting 16. It's 16!
Oh,
Bing,
is
bing,
it
bing.
16? Why?
Okay,
Why is it?
Members of the Welsh Assembly are elected every 4 years on the basis of proportional representation, instant runoff, personal achievements, first past the post system, the candidate who gets the most votes. Which one do you reckon?
The Welsh Assembly. It's probably just first past the post.
Okay, I'm going to say proportional representation. Proportional representation. Ding, ding, ding.
Do you know all these already? This isn't fair.
I mean, listen, I have been doing a lot of practice, so it's
All right.
I can keep going. I'm bound to get to one eventually. There are plenty that I don't know. I've just got lucky with these. I'm going to stop now because I look really like I know what I'm talking about.
No, I want to
keep going.
I want to
keep
keep going. This is fine. I can
Okay.
cut out as much as I need to. I'm cut out all the ones where I'm wrong.
That's so true. What is the first verse of the national anthem? You'll get this one. Of the UK, God Save the Queen. Long reign over us, God save the Queen. Long live our noble Queen. God save our gracious Queen.
What was the third one again?
Long live our noble Queen.
I'm
Think about how the anthem goes.
trying to think of how it goes. It's like,
It's literally just the first line.
oh, say, can you see?
That's your
No,
anthem.
wait, then I don't know. I think it's the long live our noble queen. What is it? What's the third one again?
Long live our noble Queen.
I think that's it.
Okay, I'm going to say God save our gracious Queen because that is definitely it, and that is it.
Well, then why did you?
Have you...
You could have just said I was wrong. You didn't have to just really do the wind up for that.
No, but like as in, I'm only saying I think that because, surely you've heard the song. God save our gracious Queen.
Wasn't that what I said? God save our gracious queen.
No, you said long live our noble Queen. I'm so glad this is recorded.
Okay, well, whatever. I'm gonna switch that around. I'm gonna switch that around later on in the audio edit. Well, I don't know. Why would I care about national anthem?
I don't know. I know yours, I'm sure.
Yeah.
No, maybe not.
It's impossible to know. It's very difficult for most Americans don't know it. And most
I'm gonna try it.
most
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? I think that's pretty much as far as I can go.
yeah, it's fair.
What a brother... No, I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know it. See, that's the thing. A lot of people don't know it. It's fine. It's a stupid song. Also, the poem it's based on is explicitly racist and is real pro-slavery. Anyways.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't read the poem.
Yeah, well, nobody's read the poem. That's why nobody knows that. Yeah, weird. Anyways, you got any more questions?
Oh, having a look back. God, we talked a lot about Christmas. How depressing.
Yeah, but that's all behind us now. Oh, I do want to say at one point I said that this was Alice and I's last Christmas together, but I meant to say it was our last Christmas together, just the two of us.
Thank you for clarifying.
Listening back to that, it was just like, and then we're going our separate ways. Like,
That's dark.
yeah, it was just like, it was just an odd thing. But yeah, Christmas was canceled. The guy who canceled it just got fired today.
Oh my God, that was so funny as well. Did you see the video of him making out with his aide?
No, why would I want to watch? I can't imagine anything less fun than watching a Tory make out with somebody.
To be honest, it was one of the most cringy. I felt really gross watching it.
Right.
I felt like I couldn't even watch the full thing. I had to like stop it because I was just like, ugh, this is giving me the creeps.
Somebody kissed that dude.
I was literally like, why are people having affairs with these people?
I don't know. I mean, you know, they might be terrible. That's the problem is like, you're like, why would anybody have an affair with Matt Hancock? But like, she might be a terrible person too. So maybe it's just like, maybe it's one of the things where like, couldn't she do better? And it's like, and then if you met her, you'd be like, oh, no, she couldn't. All right, well, never mind then. That's about her level.
Maybe they were just two beautiful, terrible people
Yeah, exactly.
who were destined to be together.
In some ways, it's beautiful. There's someone for everyone, even the fucking worst. Anyways.
And he has two girlfriends. I mean, a wife and a girlfriend. He's doing well. Okay. All right. So can I just check? You guys are still vegetarian?
Yes, we are still vegetarian, yeah.
No turkeys eaten then in that time?
No. Oh, I mean, we've eaten several turkeys, but we're still vegetarian. No, we haven't eaten any turkeys or meat of any kind.
I just laughed because when you said it in the first half, listening back to it today, I was like, oh yeah, they are vegetarian. Like every
Right.
time I hear it, I literally am like, oh yeah, of course. Like I forget, and it's really weird.
Mm.
Anyway, my other tiny bit of news is that we booked our flights back to Australia, so I'm so excited about
Oh,
that.
yeah? When's that?
October we're going.
Okay.
I'm really, really looking forward to it. Yeah, it's just going to be so nice to like go home. We're going to have to quarantine for 2 weeks, which is
Not going to be as nice.
yeah, not the most exciting thing ever. However, we've got to keep our eyes fixed on the prize,
Right.
which is that we'll be getting to live a free life again, you know, out and about, no masks, sitting as close as we want to people, kissing strangers. It's all happening, you know, like it's
Kiss
just,
strangers.
I don't know, it's just such an exciting feeling.
Well, that's great.
So that'll be beautiful. Oh, what happened with the email to NASA? Did they ever get back to you?
I never heard from. Did you hear from NASA? Because they have your contact info. I never heard back from NASA, and I've been meaning to follow up with it, and then I forgot it had been 6 months. I lost track of time.
You definitely never heard back.
Never
That's
heard
so
back from
sad.
NASA. So, you know, whatever. Maybe now that we're more established and the podcast actually exists, maybe I'll be able to get NASA to respond. But no, unfortunately, no response from NASA at this time. So maybe soon. Do you,
Really sad.
are you going to have summer Christmas, or do you think people will be having, I haven't heard about anybody having summer Christmas, but
I haven't heard about it either, and I was thinking, I mean, to be honest, I was like, well, it doesn't really feel like summer, does it? It's been mostly raining.
yeah.
And we're going to Center Parks this coming week, and it's
nice.
just going to be raining. So
Oh,
it's like,
sorry.
goodness sakes, like we've literally been, thank you.
What?
We've been planning, like, when are we going to get some bloody sunshine? But
I don't know.
anyway, it's just ridiculous.
I don't know where that
So
aggression came from.
No Christmas, summer plans, summer Christmas plans. How about you guys? Are you doing a...
No, I mean, my parents are coming next week,
Veggie
so that's kind
turkey.
of like Christmas. I will say that I kind of miss when you had a whole case of wine to go through, because I feel like
Oh, yeah, me too.
I think that Tara with a glass of wine made for a much happier
do you say?
was feeling great, no pain for Tara with a glass of wine.
That is so true. Do you know I haven't really been drinking anymore, and I think I am a lot angrier.
All right, well then fine. I'll send you some wine. When was your birthday? When is your birthday?
Thank you, Matt. My birthday's next month. It's July the 21st.
All right. Well, I guess I could
So if anyone listening to this podcast wants to send me wine too, feel free.
send wine. Care of
You-
6 months later.
Email the podcast.
Yeah.
Email Matt.
Yeah, send me an email and I'll tell you where to send the one. Also, if you're
Well,
NASA,
thanks.
send me an
Thanks.
email. Anyways, but thanks everybody for listening. Please, if you have a chance, you could rate, review, subscribe. Actually, we got a really cool review from a guy named Jeff. He gave us 5 stars and he said, great chat with the 6-month gap. He said, I'm a trucker. And at the end of this week's show, they said it would be good for truckers. I concur, which is great because you don't get a lot of concurrences in real life. And I think that's nice. It's a great one for me as I have hours of time to fill and enjoy listening to comedians chat. It's a fabulous concept and they have funny and interesting guests on. Keep up the good work and I'll leave another review in 6 months' time. You don't have to do that, Jeff. That's fine. But if you...
Oh, what a sweetheart. I love that. That's such a beautiful review.
That's such a nice review.
Really sweet.
And, yeah. So if you're a truck driver, leaves a review. I mean, I was trying to think of other... If you're, say, in a submarine and spending a lot of time under the sea in a submarine, not interacting with a lot of people, if you're, say, that would be a good thing. If you're on a submarine, let us know.
Yeah, or a long haul like train driver or a pilot.
Pilot, yeah.
Maybe
not a pilot. No, yeah. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Although
focus.
I think it's mostly automatic now, but anyway.
Yeah, it's a lot of fly-by-wire, but still, I mean, I feel like let's put the whole. Let's not.
Yeah, I don't want to be involved with.
Yeah, let's concentrate. Or if you don't, because that's not what you want. You don't want to. I would hate to hear that your flight to Australia went down, and then on the black box in the background was our podcast.
Wow. That's such a wonderful thing to say to someone who's going to fly. Like, what a great thing to say to someone who probably has fear of flying and is quite anxious about having to fly. Oh, imagine if just imagine if your plane went down. Isn't this the funniest thing you've ever heard in your life?
I'm sorry, and I will be sending a box of wine along shortly. Okay, as a way of apology.
Fine, thank you. Well, I can enjoy it while I can.
But I'm also gonna give you a bunch of little bottles of wine you can take on you can get through airport security. You take the little bottles of alcohol because they're under 3 ounces, so you can take them on.
Oh,
yeah,
great! Like 17 of those.
Well, yeah. Well, I did that once. My like years ago, my mom was like, "Oh, you can just put a Ziploc bag with bunch of those bottles of liquor, right?" And I was like, "Okay, that's a thing. I guess I can do." And but it was like, I normally would only do a carry-on bag, so I always had to keep toiletries in that. So I never had the opportunity. And then, like, one of the times I flew to the UK, I was like, oh, I can have a big bag, so I can do the bottle of liquor thing with the bag. And I felt like the hugest alcoholic going through, like, it's like airport security. So I forgot, like, when you go through airport security, you have to take that bag out and put it in a bin by itself. And I was like, oh, fuck. And so I took it out and put it in a bin. And, like, the woman in front of me with her young child, she gave me the dirtiest look. Like, you fucking lush. Like, no, it's just, I thought it'd be fun, and then because it's a clear plastic bag. And then when I was on the plane, I was like, I don't know, I felt weird just like popping out my plastic bag of liquor and digging around for whatever,
especially when they're coming along and be like, excuse me, sir, would you like some free alcohol? Oh no, I see you have plenty there.
See, that's the other thing I forgot about is on international flights you often get free drinks, so it was like I didn't even need to bring alcohol. It was so dumb.
You literally get free drinks the whole way, and they are those tiny bottles anyway.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, it's okay, I've got my own tiny bottles right here. Thank you.
How many of these tiny bottles can I get from you? 2. I'm sorry. I'm going to need 30 more. So good thing I brought them all. Yeah. So it was so embarrassing. And so I would I was like, well, I feel like I should drink them, but I felt embarrassed getting out. So I would sneak into my carry-on bag and like take one out and surreptitiously. And then it made me look even worse. Like if anybody saw me, they'd be like, I don't know. It was, so don't do that. That's my advice.
Oh God!
But what were we saying? Oh yes, if you want to follow us on social media, 6 months later pod on all the things. 6 months later pod on Gmail. If you want to send us a message about being from NASA or where to send Tara wine, Tara, if people want to follow you on the internet, where can they find you?
You can find me on Tara NW Comedy, but I'm really thinking about changing it to like Tara the Ham. I don't know why. I just love the name, and I was thinking I could have a picture of me like wearing like a pig's nose.
Why is it Tara the Ham?
I don't know. I just really like it. I think it was because once my drama teacher said I was such a ham, and I've always taken it as a massive compliment. And I think I just really like it. So if you're looking for me, you can try looking up Tara NW Comedy, but if you can't find me there, then try Tara the Ham.
Right.
And you might find me there instead.
So if you're listening to this
Just
far in
saying.
the future, when she's Tara the Ham, yeah.
You heard the whole process.
Yeah,
The
it's
becoming.
fun. Nice. I'm Shadorn on all the things, on a couple of things.
Do you
Mostly
want to
on
read some of
Instagram.
your Twitter? I missed you reading the Twitter stuff. That was really
Oh,
good.
I didn't prepare one. I'll prepare one for next week. But because I had to dig back through a lot of just useless tweets to find anything even as moderately funny. I don't do a lot of social media. I do make other media. I have a fun podcast called Saint Misbehavin', where my friend Nana and I have fun with the history and life of obscure saints, and it's a we put the blast in blasphemy, guys. But thanks everybody for listening. We really appreciate it, and we will see you again next week.
In 6 months. Whoop, whoop.
Bye.
I don't know why you said blast in blasphemy. That doesn't even make sense.